My thing as a tour director, like I said, I try to make it easy for them. There's a lot of work that goes on behind that they don't see. And that's fine. That's my thing. But I want it easy for them. I just want them to show up and have a good time, and there for them. And so if you think of your list that way, what can I do for them? And that will go if you're talking about working for a DMC, a meeting planner, a tour operator, a student tour operator, a cruise line. Once you come up with those 10, then you can start putting together a resume. You can start, and I'll tell you another good place to find that too is go to in the book, the ebook behind Linda, and in my tour director training guide, I have links to the companies, but go to the companies, and usually at the bottom of the big companies, there's a little click that says careers, and look it up. See how they describe what they want, and you'll see that that's what they're looking for, are people that can help their people, not, what can I do for me? They will have a page saying what they're, why they want you to work for them, but you want to, and I know Linda's got a really good list. A very long list I've posted a couple of times for her, but so you can look at that. That might give you some ideas. Then you can put together your resume, your cover letter, and then you're going to go for an interview. And a lot of the interviews now are somewhere over the phone, the first one, and then they'll get into a virtual one like we're doing now. And again, have that list in your brain, because what happens to all of us when we get an interview, we get nervous. And then they say, well, why should I hire you? And you've got brain freeze. And afterwards, we all do it no matter how prepared. Oh, I should have said, So you want that list, because they'll say things like, why should I hire you? Why do you want to do this? What are you good at? How can you help my people? Those kinds of things. And you have your list already to go.
And Sharon, we'll ask, one of the questions I ask is, tell me about a time, especially if it was a tour leader, right? Because we only hire already experienced because we're a mature company. I can't afford to have neophytes. But one of my questions is, tell me how you changed somebody's life. It's so doable on a trip. And our vision is creating life-changing experiences for our travelers. Now, we may not change everybody's life on every trip, but we know the potential is there. And so I want to hear something extraordinary. And that's going to show me how they went out of their bounds, above and beyond. And that's one of the areas where I see heart. And so that's a really unusual question, but I think that so many tour leaders actually have done something like that. They may not have put it in those terms, but they've probably gone to the end of the earth for somebody. Now, it's not getting their medicine when they were, the prescription got lost in the plane or something, but I'm talking about listening, hearing something that person wanted to get out of their trip. Now, of course, as an organization, it's our job to seek that information out in advance and then share that with the concierge. And then the concierge can take it to the next level during conversations. What is it that's going to make for Shelly, Mark, Renee, Michael? Why are they here? They chose this destination for a reason. It could have been a lifelong dream. It could have been heritage. It could have been history. It could have been any number of things. But is there something that we can add to this week that'll make it really special? And that's what I'm driving for, so that those people that are on our team, are out there seeking that opportunity every day of every tour.